Welcome to another episode of Forest Facts with Matt, or FFM. I'm standing in an Australian pine plantation. A plantation is essentially a man-made forest where trees were planted for the primary purpose to produce timber. In Australia, we have about 1.7 million hectares of plantation. About 60% of that plantation area is comprised of plantations such as these, which are known as pine plantations, otherwise referred to as softwood plantations. And the other 40% of that plantation estate is comprised of hardwood plantations, which are predominantly eucalypt species. These forests not only produce timber, they also assist in climate mitigation, as the trees in this forest absorb and sequester carbon from the atmosphere. These forests are grown for about 30 years, and after they're harvested, they're replanted and they regrow, and that continuous cycle continues, that continual renewable cycle. A major product that's derived from these forests is used in construction. So an example is timber house frames. So timber house frames, about half the dry weight of a timber house frame is biogenic carbon. So that's carbon that's been absorbed and sequestered from the atmosphere. So next time you see a timber house frame, just think about where that's come from. And unlike other building materials that are sourced from non-renewable sources, a timber house frame is really the ultimate renewable, sustainable resource that can be used continuously as more and more trees are grown. They continue to sequester carbon from the atmosphere, and then those house frames, which, as I said before, about half the dry weight of those timber house frames is actually biogenic carbon that's sequestered from the atmosphere. Thank you very much for joining me for another episode of Forest Facts with Matt. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.